Today, we're talking about one of our biggest mistakes that we've made along our journey in real estate. Stay tuned. Welcome to another episode of Same Page. We're your hosts, Sarah Semajust.
And I'm Lenard Semajust.
Today, we're talking about some of our biggest failures on our journey to success. And we want to make sure that we talk about failures and challenges because a lot of time people talk about the wins. So when somebody else has a lot of challenges, they may not think it's normal. They may think it's only them going through these challenges. So we want to bring forward some of the challenges that we've had along our journey so that other people can relate and see that it's just part of the journey. You're going to encounter challenges, you're going to fail. But the whole point is that you have to keep going because no success happens without failures.
Exactly. And as long as I was saying, as long as you learn from these failures and grow, then you're able to expand and become and eventually just become a better version of yourself.
Yes. All right. What's one of our biggest failures or challenges that we've had in our real estate journey?
So the one that comes to mind was we got a great lead on this distressed property in one of our friends' neighborhoods. So one thing that we did at the very beginning, and we still do, every time we're around our friends, we talk about what we're doing. We talk about real estate and then some of the deals that we come across. Obviously, the connections and the networking that we're doing, and so on and so forth. So as soon as we're telling them what we're doing, they're like, "Oh, you know what? There's actually a property like literally like two doors down from where we live that you should either knock or put a flyer in." And we did just that, and we got a call almost right away.
Right.
Which was great. So then we proceeded to going through through the whole process of posing the questions as to why, what was the motivation for them to sell and whatnot, and then we proceeded to get a viewing as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so we got on a call with them, booked a viewing, and at this point, we're literally walking through the property. And when we walk a property, we're taking notes, but we're also talking to the seller and building reports. Like, hey, oh, you have kids. Oh, I'm so sorry. What's been happening to you? Oh, you have a dog? I have a dog. You do this. I try to relate to them as much as possible and really talk to them, see why they're selling, understand the difficulties that they're going through so that you can come with a solution. So ultimately, what you want to do is take the problem away from them and so that they can move forward.
Exactly. And then also, despite how distressed this property was, you still want to try to compliment them and to say how much you actually like the property. So find the good with the bad.
Yes. Yeah, you don't want to talk too badly about their home because it is their home. They may have sentimental value.
Absolutely.
So yes, it may need work, but you find certain things that are, I love the layout. I love the color of, I don't know, your kitchen. I love this choice of tile.
Exactly.
That's from the 1960s. But yeah, you do try to build that rapport with them. So this is what we typically do. And actually, we do
various things. It depends.
Depending on the situation. But this one time, what happened is that at the end of our walkthrough and our viewing, I think the couple was kind of leading for us to, go home and think about it and come up with an offer. Sometimes what we like to do is, since we've already built the rapport, we're kind of face to face to start the negotiation right away.
Yeah.
And that way you can rebuttal whatever obstacles or whatever, anything that they say that, why they can't accept the offer.
Exactly. Any objections that they may have, you can challenge it right then and there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So typically I go in and we kind of play good cop, bad cop.
Yep.
I'm the good cop and Leonard's the bad cop. So I lead the conversation and we're kind of talking about price, but I kind of see that the couple is trying to tell us, think about it. So I'm also trying to like abort the mission of Leonard giving the offer right then and there, because that was the plan before going in. But I guess, the wink that I gave you, the communication didn't go through.
I wasn't reading the room. I
You,
did not read the room at all. I couldn't read Sarah. I couldn't read the potential sellers as well. And my mistake is that I went in too low with the initial offer, even though like we were, at least the strategy that I had is that, yes, we started there, but there was like probably like maybe like a 50 to 60,000, dollar range that we were going to go up to. But as you know, when it comes to negotiating, like once you set the bar, you can't go lower.
yes.
And I went way too low.
Yeah, and they were offended.
They were offended.
So we when I saw that they were offended, we kind of try to backtrack and say, I hope I didn't offend you, and the husband was like, yeah, you did,
Yeah.
sort of thing. And there was no coming back from there. And so one thing that we've learned from there is to for one, read the room.
Yes.
Right? If they feel like, okay, well, maybe they're not ready to hear the offer, maybe it's best for us to go back, run some more numbers, get some more comps, and fully explain in an email why we're coming up with that number rather than just throwing it out there. As much as we were explaining why we were coming up with that number. Another thing is, as much as we feel like this was a mistake, the way we handled the situation, the offer price I don't think was going to be to their liking anyway.
Yeah.
The way they reacted, the way they were comparing their house to a $1 million house next door, even though there weren't direct comparables, but we already knew that they wanted something much higher, which we were gonna give. So sometimes with your offer you may offend people. In this case, we felt that we had the opportunity not to offend them, and
Exactly.
we didn't take that opportunity. So definitely read the room, understand how the interaction is going, and decide right then and there whether you should make an offer right away or if you should maybe go back, think about it, and re-strategize to hit them with the offer the best and kind way as possible.
So once again, guys, it's all about like we're here trying to share our failures, but we want to hear about your failures as well. So please comment and share your failures with us. Once again, like, subscribe, and as always, don't forget to live your truth.